All right, so now we're actually going to be giving you a live walkthrough of the entire thing for the YouTube Shorts, right? The entire thing for it. So I'm going to walk you through basically my process. You've watched, everything is in this one playlist on YouTube. It's in this one playlist. We talked about everything from, how I draft the titles, how I optimize the titles, adding emojis, getting it onto like some form of spreadsheet, tracker, calendar. And right now, this is it. We're about to go ahead and record, and I'm gonna go ahead and record it. I'm talking to you right now, just straight off my iPhone. I'm currently traveling. I'm in Hong Kong for Chinese New Year, and I'm in my hotel room. So like, I've got my two monitors here, and I've got a little bit of view of Central. For those of you guys that know Hong Kong, I got my obviously Elevate shirt. I'm a co-founder at this company too. And this is kind of my process. People are wondering, like, Rich, how do you get all this shit done? And I'm like, okay, so I got a little thing here, right here, where you guys can basically see this is kind of the real estate property that I want to go out there and invest in. On top of that, I have the Loom video already up. Behind the Loom video, right, I'm just going to go ahead and minimize this screen here. That's the spreadsheet. So if you've been watching all the other YouTube videos that I've been posting up on this particular topic of like getting YouTube shorts out, these are all the steps, because I'm documenting all of this to, number one, I do this for myself, my own high ticket offers, which is like product management, tech sales, cybersecurity. We do it for other education companies, other boot camps, other coaches as well. We're more than happy to do it for you. I'm also showing other people that have wanted to monetize their own personal brand to do it too. And this is all about getting volume out, because you want to drive the algorithm in your favor. You want to go ahead and rack up those views. And more importantly, you just want to just get momentum out there, and you want to collect data of what people care about, right? I've been talking about that a lot. Data, data, data. So what else do we got going on? Make sure you have a bottle of water, because you will get in the zone and you will get very dehydrated. I have the AC ready to go. This is ready to go. So now, no holds barred, no filter. Y'all gonna go ahead and watch me do this thing from start to finish. My setup here, which is not the setup that you guys usually see when I'm back in my home office, is I've got the espresso monitor right here. This has been game changer when I travel, because when I'm at home, the workstation, you guys know I'm managing like multiple offers right now. I usually got like 3 mega monitors over there. It almost looks like a Bloomberg terminal, or like one of those setups that like finance people have, right? And I can't carry all that shit when I'm traveling. I like to go ahead and travel light, because you got to be mobile. Never know what's going to be happening in this type of market. So I got, first things coming up is how to land a product manager job in 2025, how to go ahead. So I have all these titles up. And the most important thing is, this is actually why you want to get your reps in, because now you can just do it at impact. What are you trying to drive those YouTube shorts to? And those YouTube shorts, I want to do 2 things. I want people to schedule calls. I want people to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube. And I want people to go ahead and ultimately, like, we're trying to build a following, we're trying to rack up some hours, right? So you have a very limited number of time. You got to think, like, what is it that you want to get out of it? It's going to be pretty difficult for you to sell a high ticket offer on YouTube shorts. So why do you want to do all these YouTube shorts? You want to do all these YouTube shorts because, number one, you're collecting data about what people are caring about. So in my previous videos, I showed you, like, there's this one short video, I had 2,700 views. Good organic view count for a video is about 400 to 600. Like averaging 500, 550, that's really good. If you're doing about, like, I would say 2,700 and above, or 1,700 and above, it is extremely, extremely, extremely awesome. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna go out there and drop all these shorts. And I really want to rally for people to join my challenge to land a product manager job in Q1, land tech sales job in Q1, and land cybersecurity job in Q1. And also, I want to invite you to my mastermind, where I'm showing other business owners and other people that want to break into this online education racket, how they can, like, the value doesn't come from, I'm giving you all the value from me to you already, and I'm giving it to you all for free. The value is going to come from my mastermind community, right? So you guys are going to go ahead and watch me do this thing basically live. And I also encourage all of you to do this for yourself, to document the process, because everybody's offer is going to be a little bit different. Not only is this going to help you memorize the process and the workflows better, so you can think about ways to optimize. When I'm doing this, I'm keeping myself accountable, but I'm also showing my team, kind of my process, so they can take this off of me. I'm also training up a group of people, right? Yeah, I'm printing cash everywhere. But it's very important to document, because everybody that's started their own personal brand has really regretted that they didn't record as much, and this keeps the process very transparent. So without further ado, everything is live and up. You guys can go out there and see it. I don't see anybody else willing to put themselves out here like this, because I guess they're chicken shit. But I have an abundance mindset. When I'm training people how to get jobs, when I'm training people how to get consultant clients, when I'm training people how to become coaches, I truly feel like there's more than enough to go around. And I also feel that there's so much that we can learn from each other. And that's why I want everybody into the mastermind, because everybody's just trying to hide shit. I'm just trying to give it all out there, because, if I operate on a scarcity mindset, then the people around me, they operate on a scarcity mindset. The people that pay me, they operate on a scarcity mindset. I want my team to feel like there's an abundance of opportunities, there's limitless possibilities out there. I want the people that are our paid customers, our students, our members, our clients, I want them to feel like there's an abundance and unlimited amount of, opportunities and possibilities out there, right? So let's get it, yo. So first one coming in, this is all access, no holds bar. My parents get to see exactly how hard I work. My friends get to see how hard I work too. So sometimes I'll go out there and mess up, but I'll show you. I'll just go ahead and just record. So this keeping it honest throughout the entire process. So how to land a product manager job in Q1. Let's get. Oh yeah, one more thing I totally forgot. When you're doing it with Loom, sometimes like the first video, the vibe to record it just isn't there. So you might see like, okay, what's the difference between working for a product manager at big tech? Like, you might see a title somewhere all the way in the middle where you feel like, I can start talking about that right now. The whole thing about this is momentum. A lot of times when we're starting, it's not the beginning. You start in the middle, you start somewhere towards the end, you start at the very bottom. The most important thing is just starting. So like the step 1, step 2, step 3, I don't subscribe to that bullshit, because every single day you have a different vibe. Sometimes people ask me like, Rich, should I get started first on YouTube or Instagram? What's your vibe that day? Because at the end of the day, you got to do it, right? Yeah, when I was studying in school, that was kind of one of my hacks that got all these different scholarships. Was like, it's like I read from chapter 1 I couldn't get into it. So what I did was like I started from the very end, and then I would just go and I'd cut it through. And sometimes that's exactly what I'm going to do, is like, what certifications are required to secure a product manager job in cybersecurity? Let's go ahead and get it. So it's about to go. So what kind of jobs are required? What kind of certifications are required for you to secure a job in cybersecurity? Okay, I'm going to omit that, and I'll basically tell you why. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It sounded like a little weird. I felt a little awkward, and this is the difficult part. You got to get it going, right? So I'm going to say this, like, how long does it take for you to get promoted as a product manager? Hey Rich, so how long does it take for you to get promoted as a product manager in 2025? Well, that's actually a very difficult question to answer, but I think the better question to ask is, how soon do you want to go ahead and get promoted? Ultimately, when you are a product manager or anybody else that's working in tech, you are responsible for a KPI. And if you're doing your job well, you basically dictate when you can go ahead and start getting promoted. So, okay, I didn't like that one. Da, 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 da. I didn't like that one at all, actually. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is actually every single time. This is why I procrastinate on recording YouTube shorts, is because when you're getting the process like started in the beginning, feels a little awkward, right? And here's what I just have to, like, when I'm doing it, this is what I have to memorize. Not every short needs to have a call to action. Sometimes you just want to just give out some value out there, because if you're thinking like, how am I going to get this short out there so I can pull money? Not only does that turn off your customer, because it just makes you look like a money hungry scumbag, but on the other side is it's also difficult to record, because you're thinking like, how am I going to go out there and score some money off of them? It's taking me like 5, 6, 7 minutes to go out there and actually think about it, right? And then I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and actually just give them some information, some high quality information, and that way we can just keep this thing moving, because I got tech sales, I got cybersecurity. This is actually, holy moly, I actually found a lot of value just recording this video, because like there's just so many things that I forget when I'm doing it. So the next time I'm going to be recording shorts, I'm going to be watching this video again, kind of going through my process. Because even when creators like myself, even when we get a lot of volume out like this, we kind of procrastinate doing it because we get a whole batch out, and after a while we don't need to do it anymore for like about like a few weeks or like a month, and then we're kind of like, what did we do again? What did I do again? And then we have to like kind of force ourselves to remember. So this is actually why, like, this is a great way for you. I'm keeping myself accountable this way. Is also a great way for you to keep yourself accountable too, right? All right, let's go ahead and chomp this stuff down, because we got work to do for other offers as well. All right, one of the questions that I always get is, how long does it take to get promoted as a product manager? And ultimately what you want to do is you want to make more money as a product manager. And I want to give you one of the biggest misconceptions, is that even though you get a title bump, you don't always get a pay bump. So this is very different from getting a raise, which I'll cover in a second video. But if you want to go ahead and get promoted as a product manager, generally speaking, it's like it comes down to either like a quarterly review, you get some kind of performance review every 6 months, or you do it every single year. But how fast do you want to go ahead and get promoted? One of the tricks that you can utilize is actually letting your direct superior know that you want to get promoted, and letting them know that, I'm putting it out there. I want to get from product manager, senior product manager. I want to get from senior product manager, group product manager. What are all the things that I need to do to make that happen, and how can we create a plan together? You see, that was a perfect example of me just giving out just some good information without like asking them to pay up. It's making it very simple for me to go ahead and record this video, and it's actually very simple to like, now I have this one done, and we just got about 49 more. So we gotta get comfortable, okay? So let's do it. So I'm gonna go out there and bust out another one. This is also why I like to do it on Loom. Okay, how long does it take to go ahead and actually get a raise as a product manager? Well, if you want a raise as a product manager, probably one of the things that you really need to do, and this is what I'm telling everybody in our community, which is why you need to join the Product Manager Job Hunters United School, because we're meeting up at least a few times a week. And this is one of the things that we're talking about, even after we've helped people land the job, is that you want to go ahead, when you're talking about getting a raise, you want to justify why you should be making more money. What is the justification for them to pay you more money, right? Because even if your head or director of product wants to pay you more money, HR still needs to sign up on it. You need to have clear KPIs that they actually care about, and you need to present those KPIs in a timely fashion, which is like, I have helped raise user engagement, I have generated new customers, I have launched new product lines which resulted in X, and then you have a very clear understanding when you're going to get your next raise. Not my best video, honestly, not my worst, but you want to go ahead and just start getting things out there, because if people are actually interested in the raise, this is what also something that you need to know. And I just remember that right now recording these. When you're recording these YouTube videos, sometimes not everyone is going to be an Oscar winner. You still need to get it out there anyways, because the algorithm favors consistency, right? So, what are the biggest challenges product managers face in 2025? What are the biggest challenges product managers are going to be facing in 2025? One of the biggest challenges is actually for product managers to understand how to work with AI agents and how to leverage AI to really scale either the productivity or completely remove the need for AI and for software engineers. Mark Zuckerberg had already announced during his podcast with Joe Rogan that before the end of this year, there are going to be the mid-level engineers at Meta could most likely be replaced by AI agents, right? So the AI agents aren't just going to go ahead and work themselves, and I don't think software engineers are, they don't really want to go ahead and take out their own kind. So who's going to be utilizing these AI agents? Who's going to be utilizing AI to replace software engineers? Product managers, which is why you want to schedule a call with us immediately to join our program, because that's part of our curriculum. And just know that, like, oh man, Rich, that sounds horrible. It's fine, because nobody's gonna watch a 60-second clip and decide to hand you over $7,000 as $15,000 of cash money, anyways, right? But it favors the algorithm, and as I'm doing it, you're gonna go ahead and see that by like clip 40, clip 50, I'm gonna be sounding so much better. I've been doing a lot of long form and not a lot of short form lately, and it's tell you that as the truth. If we wanted to keep it honest and keep myself accountable, I have just been procrastinating on doing this. But I used to drop a lot more, you know. Rich, why are there still so many product managers that have been impacted that has not found a new product manager job? Is product managers still hiring? Are companies still hiring for product managers anymore? Yes, companies are still hiring for product managers, because if you're checking our YouTube channel, people that are taking our program are absolutely landing jobs. What I found hosting a challenge, and we are hosting a challenge right now where we're keeping ourselves accountable. We're hosting 14 sessions a week, is that most product managers simply are not applying enough. They're not applying enough for the following reasons. They don't feel like they're either qualified, they don't think they would be interested in the role, and they don't believe that their resume is actually a good fit. They're not following up, and they're not reaching out to hiring managers who are posting every single day on LinkedIn. All of this is coming from analysis paralysis, perfectionism, and good old-fashioned procrastination. So if you're finally ready to land this product manager job, schedule a call with us. Let's get you in the program, and let's keep you accountable 14 times a week. So now I'm telling you, I'm starting to feel a little bit about my groove, because now I'm going to go down the list. Rich, why does it seem impossible to land a product manager job in 2025? It's actually not impossible to land a product manager job in 2025, because if you have an access to a LinkedIn account, you are seeing people post for product manager roles every single day, and you are seeing people that are taking product manager jobs every single day. So what is the fundamental difference? What's the common denominator between everybody that's landing a job versus other people that are not? They are generating high volume and they are being consistent, both of which the general population outside of the product gym program just isn't doing at all or enough of, because of analysis paralysis, perfectionism, and procrastination. We are hosting 2 accountability sessions a day where people are applying to jobs live, and this is why people in our program are generating 10 to 25 product manager interviews a week, landing multiple offers, and scoring product manager roles at above market rates, so they can finally set that aside and work on building their personal brand. Schedule a call with us immediately. Oh, now I'm starting to find my groove. Let's do this. Rich, why does it seem impossible to book product manager interviews? One of the biggest challenges for people that are booking product manager interviews right now is they're just not applying enough. When you take a look at the product manager function, this is a data-driven business. And how much time you spend not applying is not a KPI that you should be proud of, right? When you are applying to like about 50 to 100, 150 positions like a day, you're ultimately going to be scoring like 10 to 15 product manager interviews a week. This is going to help you interview a lot better. This is going to generate you multiple offers and ultimately help you land the product manager job in the shortest amount of time. We are hosting 2 accountability sessions right now every single day, which is helping our people generate 10 to 25 product manager interviews a week. Schedule a call with us. Let's get you into the program and help you make 2025 your highest earning year yet. Talk to you very soon. Boom. You just now take the first few. And then now it's like you're going for it. Rich, what's the toughest part about working as a product manager in 2025? The toughest part about working as a product manager in 2025 is that tech has largely shifted in the last few years, going from 2022 to 2025. So when people are like, you're doing more, but you also have access to like less resources. So up until April 2022, when the tech layoffs started, and it has largely not stopped, people that work in product management, they had enough time to do the work that was on their table. But right now, they're doing about 4 to 5 people's work. So if you want to go ahead and stay ahead of the curve as a product manager and get more productivity, you need to understand how to leverage AI to become like a 10x product manager. The only way to do that is largely by joining our program, because we have the highest level of accountability here. If you want to be relevant as a product manager, you have to know AI. Schedule a call with us immediately. We'd love to talk to you about how we can help you level up. So that one went like 1 minute and 2 seconds, but I'm basically letting people know. Schedule a call, schedule a call, schedule a call. How to succeed as a product manager in 2025. The one thing that you have to focus on is actually building a community of other product managers, a network of other product managers that are in the loop of what's going on in product management. And this is actually why people choose to join the Product Gym program. When you're paying $7,000 to be a part of the Product Gym program, you are investing in a network of other people that are also willing to shell out $7,000. So this is the difference between people that would play pickup basketball with randos at the park versus somebody that's willing to pay for an adult amateur sports league, because you have a much more higher committed demographic. So if you want to be successful, you have to understand what are the challenges that are happening in product management across the line in the industry. You have to stay in the loop. When you're getting all of this from third-hand accounts like TikTok, Little Red Book, and like YouTube, by the time it goes down, it's too late. You're already out of the loop, and other people are moving forward. That's how you stay successful, being up to date. Now, some of this content, you might think like, oh, it's rather scummy, Rich. Not really. And I'll tell you why. Because you're also making an assumption they're going to watch the whole thing. And not all of them will. So, like, not everybody's actually going to be watching all this content, right? Are AI certifications enough to avoid being laid off as a product manager? Honestly speaking, certifications in itself does not help you avoid being laid off. It's what you're doing with that. And this is where product managers really need to adopt an entrepreneur-like mindset in approaching their career. At the end of the day, your effort has to equate to, did you help a company make more money, save more money, or save more time? If you owned a pizzeria in New York City and somebody came to you and said, well, I got a YouTube certification and a TikTok and an Instagram certification, I mean, with all due respect, like, you don't really give a shit. What you care about is selling more pizzas as an owner of a pizzeria. So AI certification is a great start. It's what you do with the AI that's going to help you keep your job, help you make more money, and help you move up the ranks. Are your skills helping a company make more money, save more money, or save more time? That's actually something that's very true. I see like a lot of like product managers out there that are working in the market that's like, I did this. Like, yo, bro, I mean, I appreciate you posting up like, 100 photos of the restaurant on Instagram, but if it didn't sell more pizzas, like, I mean, would you care? Like I don't think you would, It's like, it's being a product manager. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Is being a product manager worth it anymore in 2025? Honestly speaking, that question I get all the time and across the board for like all different channels. Like, is being a software engineer worth it anymore? Is working in tech worth it anymore? Is having a job even worth it anymore? Any amount of time that you think that like you should be spending focusing on something else, you might as well focus on what is it that you already know. And if you want to make this transition, you just have to ask yourself that, like, if I say it's not worth it anymore, are you going to stop thinking about making a transition into product management? Ultimately, if you want to go ahead and do this, then you just have to put out the effort. And the way that we're doing that is keeping everybody accountable by hosting 2 accountability sessions a day live, where we're like finding out, are you actually applying? Are you doing the work? Are you developing the skills? If you do the work, you will reap the results. Honestly speaking, you can't fail. So schedule a call and get into the program right now. So all I'm doing is just rallying for the program, right? Now, with that said, I just popped in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shorts. So what am I going to do? I'm going to post this up for the next 9 Mondays. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready to turn off this video now because it's 26 minutes in. I'm a little bit tired, so I'm going to go ahead and lie down. I don't think you guys really need to see me do that. But like, I am going to go and start like posting up more of this content and start like really recording, because I feel like I could actually get it done a lot faster without this thing watching me, for one. But overall, here's the point that I want you to understand. You just have to get started, and like, one of the big barriers of getting started is actually just getting started. Start wherever it is that you can. Sometimes it's not starting in the middle. It's not starting in the beginning. Sometimes you got to start at the end. Sometimes you got to start in the middle. Sometimes you have to hop around your list a little bit. Like the first 5, 6, 7 titles that's on my spreadsheet, I just didn't really have anything to say. So I'm just scrolling on like, okay, what can I start working on right now? And that's it. If you put out the work, honestly speaking, you're going to go ahead and make money. So join the Boss School community, get involved with the mastermind. You're not going to do it by yourself. If you could have, you would have already, but you didn't. You won't, because you can't. So stop fighting biology. Ultimately, there's going to be a lot of very chaotic and exciting. 2025 is going to be a year of very big and very fast change. And the best way for you to go ahead and capitalize on those opportunities is by having more money in your pocket. Taking less action right now is the most dangerous thing that you can go ahead and do for yourself. I guarantee you, the money's out there. I'm more than happy to help you get it. I'm going to go ahead and get it. But if you want to just continue to be a spectator, you're going to go ahead and get clipped. This is not me threatening you. It's just like companies, the procrastination is such a big problem in the American workforce. This is why companies are deploying AI, going to be deploying AI like crazy, because they don't want to wait for you guys anymore. This is the truth. So like, any amount of time you're thinking, so I'm working 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's Sunday afternoon right now. I'm getting ready. Before I have dinner, I'm going to go ahead and chomp down this entire list. I'm going to get some other stuff done, and see you in school. Don't be late to school. We're meeting up every Thursday. Keep everybody accountable for people that are getting ready to monetize off their personal brand. See you soon.